June of 2013, I was diagnosed with a very severe lung infection that actually, they finally put me on antibiotics after a few bronchoscopies to find out what the source of the problem was. And although the bacteria infection disappeared, the cough never resolved. So I had this massive wet cough. If I was upright, I was coughing. That was it, right? And that actually continued until probably June of 17. And November 16, they did the final bronchoscopy. Didn't find anything else. But what had happened, I had been on prednisone off and on for 4 years. Threw me into pre-diabetic. So at this point, my A1C came back at 6.0. So I stopped eating processed foods altogether. Within 3 months, my A1C was down to 5.3, and my cough disappeared. However, I still had to go in either twice a year or once a year to my lung doctor because my lung capacity just was not up to where it should be. So this all happened around December of 16. November of 18, after decorating the outside of my house for 2 days, back to back, 10 hours a day for Christmas, I came in and I had this massive, what I call firestorms. Nerve pain literally from head to toe. There was not 1 inch of my body that literally was not on fire. Waited for a couple weeks, didn't resolve itself. So finally went back to called my neurologist. She said, no, this is systemic. You need to go see your regular MD. Went to the regular MD. She said, no, you need to go see the neurologist. So, after months and months going back and forth, I finally gave up and headed to UCLA. So they put me through neurology, rheumatology. I was at the neuromuscular unit down at Maine, Ronald Reagan UCLA in downtown LA for over a year. Nobody can diagnose what I have. It's undiagnosable. I mean, they have done genetic testing. They have tried everything. And they put me on gabapentin. It was July of 18 because I started having these massive headaches and was getting a little bit of nerve pain, but nothing major. So finally, I just got so frustrated with the system. The UCLA had referred me to the Mayo Clinic in Phoenix. Blue Shield of California won't let you go out of state, so they denied it. So then they referred me to UCSF. They declined to see me. They said they didn't have anything to offer me, so they sent me to Stanford. They referred me to the Autonomic Nervous Dysfunction Clinic. I got a letter from them saying, we're sorry, we have nothing more to offer you. So by this time, I'm like, okay, I give up. This is not going to happen, right? I mean, either I'm going to fix this myself or I'm going to suffer the rest of my life. And one of my clients, when she was in April of, I guess it was April of 19, we were talking and I was telling her that I was doing research on autonomic disorder. And it's kind of funny because Dr. Joe Dispenza came up when I Googled autonomic nervous disorders, right? And I'm like, okay. And I can't remember if she talked to me about it before or it was right after that I found him on the internet. Anyway, she had told me that her sister had gone to an event. She said, Cheryl, you really, you got to check this out. And so I paid and bought the download, the live stream, right? And I think it was the formula and it was harmonized, and loved the meditation. I mean, just instantly I was relaxed, right? It was just, I felt like my anxiety was really calm, because you can imagine going through this for all of this process, no answers, with the lung issue and everything else going on. And, my anxiety level was just through the roof. I felt like nobody was going to help me. I couldn't get any answers. I went to homeopathic doctors. I went to functional medicine doctors, I went to chiropractors, massages, did reflexology, literally ate nothing processed at all for 2 years, nothing out of a bag box. I mean, just really. And I had lost from 149 pounds to 96. And then once I was kind of in desperation when I found him, because I'm like, if you guys can't figure out what's wrong with me, I am gonna die, because I can't keep losing weight this way, right? It's crazy. I mean, I looked so small, it was ridiculous. 1/3 of my body weight. And I'm sure some of that was stress, but there also is something going on with my metabolism. I mean, today I have to eat 60 to 70% fat a day in order to gain weight. I do healthy fats, but still not normal. So like I said, I bought the live stream, fell in love with his work, continued to do the meditation. I do it twice a day. I do it morning and at evening. And I started tapering off my meds, I think it was in September of 19. I had been on 400 milligrams of gabapentin. So in September, I cut it down to 300. By the 1st of December, I was down to 200 milligrams a day. So I was like, yay, And I had tried a couple times to reduce it down to 100, but the pain would kick in. And, people that haven't had nerve pain, it's pretty massive, right? I mean, at times I felt like I was literally walking on cut glass. That's how severe the pain was. And you never know when it's gonna hit, right? But for me, no matter what day goes by, I still have this head to toe burning. I mean, my scalp burns, the inside of my mouth burns. I have facial numbness in my face. I have numbness in my feet and my legs. It'll disappear in my feet and legs for a while, and then it comes back. Same with my face, no rhyme or reason. So, my husband even said, that meditation that you're doing is really, really helping you. And I think his program and his message and what he brings is set up that anyone that is determined can really succeed in what they need to do. Start with a meditation or start with a book, but you've got to be devoted. If you're not devoted and you're not going to do it, then you're not going to have success. And sure, there's days where you get up and you think, oh geez, I really don't have time for this, but I'm just dedicated, and I've decided that I will not let whatever my body is doing, whatever it has, I'm not going to let it destroy me, and I'm not going to let it rule me or define who I become.